Hello students, welcome in the online English classes series. How are you? Hope you will be doing well. Today we will start a new chapter, but before I would like to ask you few questions. Here is the questions for you. What is the name of our country? Yes, India is the name of our country. Second question, name the neighboring countries of India. भारत के पड़ोसी देश कौन कौन से हैं? पाकिस्तान, चाइना, नेपाल, भूटान, म्यांमार, बांग्लादेश, श्रीलंका, मालदीव and Afghanistan are the neighboring countries of India. What is the capital of Afghanistan? अफगानिस्तान की राजधानी का क्या नाम है? काबुल इज़ द कैपिटल ऑफ अफगानिस्तान. तो बच्चों आप इस मैप में देख रहे हो कि हमारे जो नेबरिंग कंट्रीज़ हैं वो पाकिस्तान है, मालदीव है, श्रीलंका है, बांग्लादेश है, ये नेपाल है, ये भूटान है, ये म्यांमार है जिसको पहले बर्मा बोला जाता था, और यहाँ पर चाइना है. एक हमारा ये अफ़गानिस्तान नेबरिंग कंट्रीज है, ये आप देख रहे हो, ये अफ़गानिस्तान. तो इसी की राजधानी ये यहाँ पर काबुल है. ये जो आप देख रहे हो डॉट, ये हमारा अफ़गानिस्तान की कैपिटल काबुल है. सो टुडे वी विल स्टार्ट अ चैप्टर नेम्ड काबुलीवाला. दिस story is written by famous Nobel Prize winner poet and writer Rabindranath Tagore, who is also known as Gurudev. So we would like to know few facts about Rabindranath Tagore. Here it is.
He was decorated by the title Gurudev. He was born on 6th May 1861 and died on 7th August 1941. He was a Bengali poet, short story writer, song composer and a poet. He became the first Indian to receive Nobel Prize for Literature for his book The Gitanjali. Lesson: the Kabuliwala in your textbook is adopted from the story Kabuliwala by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Books are Gitanjali, Sadhana, The Post Office, The Golden Boot. Some important quotations by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Every child comes with a message that God is not yet discouraged by man. Everything comes to us that belongs to us if we create the capacity to receive it. Our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana, is written by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. The human world is made one. All the countries are losing their distance every day. Their boundaries not offering the same resistance as they did in the past days. Politicians struggle to exploit this great fact and rank distance every day. Their boundaries not offering the same resistance as they did in the past days. Politicians
An institution for girls and boys, where education was to be had in close communion with nature. 20 years later, the institution had grown to such proportions that it came to be recognized as Vishwa Bharati.
ये बच्चों विश्व भारती कलकत्ता में इनके द्वारा एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना उनके द्वारा की गई थी। तो बच्चों गुरु रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर का जन्म जो है 7 मई 1861 में कोलकाता में हुआ था और 1913 में इनको गीतांजलि कविता संग्रह के लिए इनको नोबल प्राइज़ मिला था और ये पहले एशियन थे नॉन यूरोपियन एशियन थे जिनको ये लिटरेचर में इनको नोबल प्राइज़ मिला था। और ये एक प्रसिद्ध बंगाली कवि, शॉर्ट स्टोरी राइटर, सॉन्ग कंपोज़र यानी संगीतज्ञ और चित्रकार थे। ये इनकी पुस्तक गीतांजलि के लिए ये नोबेल प्राइज़ इनको मिला था। और इनकी जो कई फेमस कहानियों में से ये काबुली वाला स्टोरी है जिसको हम लोग इस चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे। तो चलिए पहले हम लोग इस स्टोरी को थोड़ा शॉर्ट में देख लेते हैं कि इस स्टोरी में क्या दिया हुआ है। हियर इज़ द स्टोरी।
The narrator's 5-year-old daughter, Minnie, was a very talkative girl. She would walk into her father's room and ask him questions. By the time he had answered her questions, another set of questions were thrown over on him. The narrator would often ask her to go and play with Bhula. One day, the little girl was playing in her father's room. She abruptly stopped the game and ran to the window, which overlooked the main road, and began calling out at the top of her voice,
Kabuliwala! Oh, Kabuliwala!
a tall, shabbily clothed Afghan street vendor with a turban on his head, a bag over his shoulder, was passing through the street slowly. As soon as the Kabuliwala heard Minnie's call, he turned around and came towards the door of their house. Minnie was scared of him. She believed that he had 2 or 3 children like her in his bags. The narrator called Minnie and purchased some dry fruits from him. He did not want Minnie to be scared of the Kabuliwala. Very soon, Minnie was not scared of the Kabuliwala. The Kabuliwala came to the door of their house, and Minnie found a good listener. They shared jokes and laughed. Gradually, the narrator learned that Kabuliwala had been visiting Minnie almost daily, and by offering her pistachio nuts, he had already won a large part of the girl's childish heart. The two friends had a few stock phrases and jokes which were repeated in their conversations. The moment she saw Kabuliwala, Minnie would ask with a hearty laugh,
Kabuliwala! Oh, Kabuliwala! What is there in your bag?
and he would reply in a nasal tone, Hadi! It meant he had an elephant in his bag. Kabuliwala would often tell the girl in his thick accent, Missy, she would ask him,
Will you go to your in
Kabuliwala would say, I'll thrash my in-laws. And thinking of the unknown creature called father-in-law, Minnie would explode into laughter. Minnie's father, who was an author, loved traveling, and he used to mitigate his desire for traveling a little by talking to Kabuliwala. Kabuliwala told stories of his homeland and his broken Bengali. Minnie's mother was very apprehensive of her association with Kabuliwala and had fears that he might kidnap their daughter one day. Every year in January or February, the Kabuliwala would go back to his home to visit his family. During this period, he was unusually busy collecting dues from his clients. Yet, he found time to visit Minnie. It appeared as if the two were involved in a mischievous plot. One morning, as the narrator was sitting in his office, he heard some noise in the streets. He saw Kabuliwala in handcuffs, being led by the policeman. He discovered later that one of the narrator's neighbors had bought a Rampuri shawl from the Kabuliwala, but denied having bought it and refused to pay for it. The Kabuliwala had stabbed him with a knife. The Kabuliwala was hurling abuses, and just then Minnie came and asked him if he was going to his father-in-law's house. The Kabuliwala replied that he was going there and told that he would have thrashed his father-in-law, but his hands were tied. The Kabuliwala was sent to jail for several years. Narrator and Minnie forgot all about him. Minnie easily forgot her old friend and found a new one. As she continued to grow, she was hardly to be seen in her father's studio. Several years later, it was autumn again. Minnie was going to be married. The preparations were being made. The house was being decorated, and the narrator was going through the wedding accounts in his study. Suddenly, the Kabuliwala appeared from nowhere. He walked into the room and greeted the narrator. Initially, the narrator could not recognize him because he had changed during those years in jail. But gradually, narrator realized that it was the same old Kabuliwala, Minnie's friend. He told the narrator that he had been released from the jail the previous evening. The narrator was apprehensive and was not happy with the presence of a murderer in his house on the auspicious occasion. He told the Kabuliwala, "We have a wedding in the house today, and I'm quite busy. It is better for you to go now." The Kabuliwala was unwilling to go and asked the narrator, "Can I see the little girl for a moment?" He still believed that Minnie was as little a girl as she was when he used to visit her. But the narrator told him that it was not possible for him to see her today. He stood hurt and stood stupefied for a long time and walked out of the room. The narrator felt like calling him back, but he turned and said, "I bought these grapes and raisins for the little girl. Hope you don't mind giving it to her." The narrator in-laws' house? By now, Minnie understood what in-laws meant. She blushed and kept quiet. By now, the Kabuliwala was overwhelmed with grief. As he sat down, he realized that his own daughter must have grown up as well. The narrator was moved at the plight of Kabuliwala. He gave some to him and said, "You go back to your daughter in Afghanistan. May the happiness of your union bring blessings for my Minnie."